Hello guys, today we're going to try out a couple of new things. One is from the brand called Blank Me. Oh, come on. I'm going to try out their foundation. They have two types of foundations. One is creamy foundation and nourishing creamy foundation, and the other one is their Figure Me Out liquid foundation, I think. Let me just open this box. Yeah, Radiant liquid foundation. I heard a lot of good things about this brand. This one claims that it will nourish your skin even you are oiled or combined oily skin. It will not create any acne, or you won't feel heavy on the skin. Instead, it will also improve your skin condition somehow. So I'm not really having a big hope in terms of it will help you to increase your skin condition. For a foundation, I'm not really expect that, but just want to try out if it's a good foundation to use to start with. And it comes with a foundation brush as well as a sponge that's been wetted already. I will try to use the brush, but I think I will still end up using the sponge. And another two new things. One is I'm going to try again. Is from NYX. Their professional makeup lift and snatch. Is their brow pencil. Yeah, going to try out the brow pencil again. Well, I've never been successful of using brow pencil, but I've seen recently so many videos in terms of people sharing, or especially, you know, makeup artists sharing their best practice to do their neutral, hairy brow tutorial in terms of using brow pencil, and I really want to achieve that result. But obviously, I'm not professional makeup artist, so it's only come down to practice. And this was very highly recommended by few makeup artists, so I'm going to try out whether this way is as good as, you know, they described, or if normal people would still feel good to use. The other one is a concealer duo. It's from MAOGEPING, who is a Chinese professional makeup artist. This was being rated for like #1, top 1 concealer in China. So we're going to try them out. As I got two foundations, so I'm going to use half face for each. And let me just open both. Ooh, this looks very posh. It looks like a perfume. It's a glass bottle. This one is really cute. This is their Nourishing Creamy Foundation, and this one is the liquid foundation. In terms of my color, I will list it in my description box. So I will still try to use the brush first. The foundation brush seems right posh as well. Good weight. Nourishing Creamy Foundation I will use on this side of my face. Oh, it is very creamy. It is very like whipped cream. Recently, I think it's because of the weather, so my skin has been, you know, getting acne, getting spots, being on and off for quite some time. But now I'm been using some skincare, a different skincare routine. So far so good. So I will see the final result. If they are, you know, effective, I will share with you guys on my next favorite video. first impression, I like the brush and the foundation. I don't know whether you guys can tell, I have a big acne spot mark over here. It was really red. I didn't use any concealer, and it's covered like 50%. It's kind of toned down the color right away, and I only did very thin layer. As you guys see, only a few dots on my face. And I don't know whether, you know, my foundation brush technique has been improved since I learned from Wayne Goss, but I don't have any brush mark on the face. It just blends in very well. Let's use the sponge, and also to see if this one can be layered up. Smooth the pores area very well. Oh wow. You guys see? The coverage is very easy to be built up. First impression, I think one thing I really like so far is, you know, this area I've layered 3 times and it doesn't get cakey at all, and you don't feel the heaviness. I like the finish, natural finish. Covered the pores area really good. Oh wow, impressed. Let's try the liquid foundation. Let's get here. It is not as watery as we expected, but it's certainly much more kind of lighter texture than the creamy one. The same, we're going to use the brush first. I'm going to use the same brush as I see it's the same brand, so I don't think it will really cake it up. I think the liquid foundation is even easier to be pressed out, to be smudged out by the brush, for obvious reason because of the formulation, but the coverage is, I think, is only half of the creamy one. The creamy one I would say is light to medium toward more medium coverage, but the liquid foundation is certainly light coverage. So let's see if we can build up. Okay, I think in terms of build up, the coverage, the liquid one is certainly much lighter than the creamy one. I think I need to layer this up again to see. It seems it does increase once you put the second layer on. It does increase a little bit, but it's not as visible as the creamy side. And another thing I've noticed from the hand as well, this is a fresh pump. The liquid foundation, it is easier to be oxidized compared to the creamy one. You guys probably can't really see from the camera, but from the mirror, if I look at myself, the liquid foundation side is slightly, only tiny, slightly more yellowy compared to the creamy one. So this side is certainly more oxidized than. I think based on first impression, the liquid foundation from the coverage perspective is way much lower than the creamy one. It is easier to get oxidized compared to the creamy one. And the finish, I think the liquid one is slightly dewier than the creamy one. The creamy one is more towards a skin finish. The liquid one is slightly more like glow reflection on the face. Both finish I like. It makes your skin looks like skin. The coverage creamy one is way much better. Overall, I think based on first impression is the creamy foundation. The pretty bottle. And then next, let's move on to the concealer. It is from MAOGEPING. MAOGEPING is named after his own name. He's a very famous Chinese makeup artist, look after a lot of celebrities. This one is more for the under eye area, and it comes with a brush that he designed. One side is more flat, like traditional concealer brush, and the other side is like a little sponge to help you to smudge out your concealer. And this has two colors. This side is more orange, and this side is more light yellow. So this side for highlighting, and this side is for covering the dark circle. Again, very buttery, very creamy. So this is more orange tone, and this is more light yellow. And he does have a tutorial video in terms of how to use his concealer. On that video, the things that he highlighted the most is the less is more. So you need to use less and then to build up, and don't just, you know, tack it in and swap on and try to smudge out. It will easily to get cakey. So it's tiny slightly. Ooh, I think I put too much. Anyway, let's do this side first. I need a small mirror. Oh wow, I am very much impressed. As you guys can see the color difference. And also I really like the spongy side. Because original one I touch it, I was like, this is quite hard. But the one I smudged out, oh, this one, this little sponge is better than your finger and the brush, because every time when you do brush, if you don't have a good technique, you will always get brush marks for under eye area, then easy to get the creases after you set it. And when you use a finger, again, if you use too much amount on your finger as well, it's very difficult to smudge it out and taking longer time for it to be melted in. Although the finger comes with, you know, your body temperature is help the product melted in better, but I think this little sponge is certainly like 2-in-1. It doesn't get any brush marks and also helps the product to be locked and smoothen out for the under eye area. Let's try if I'm able to hide the eye bag. Oh wow, can you guys compare the difference? It is definitely better. I think if I can't really cover this, it is my technique. Do need to improve. Oh, this is the best I can get. I think I am quite happy with the result. So this half I used concealer, this half I haven't. First impression, really good. Especially the little brush that came with the little sponge side is really good. It's kind of combine the brush and your finger, that type of outcome together. I know it looks a little bit weird without eyebrows, but that's what we're gonna start to try out NYX brow pencil. My color is gray black. Oh, it is very very thin, and I like the, well, at least on the hand, I like the pigmentation. It's not that dramatic black, which means you can somehow correct it. So I will use a brow gel first. I couldn't find a see-through brow gel, so we're gonna go with one of it. So first I'm going to just brush the eyebrow into point. Let's try. I think last time what I've learned is my hand is not that steady, therefore it's kind of wiggling on the eyebrow. This time I will, you can't really see, but my arm is actually on the table to help it steady and to draw the eyebrow hair. Let's see. I think this time worked. Can you guys see the difference? Let me finish this side. Oh wow. I really like the result. I don't know whether you guys can see, I brushed, softened out the front. Well, this eyebrow looks even better than this one. Obviously this one is first time I'm trying it, so still get a little bit like a slightly harsh lines at the front. But if you look at this one, once you get used to the softness of the pencil itself, you know how much pressure you need to add on. And this side looks like a real brow. Oh wow. The foundation, I didn't use a setting spray, so it's only finished with powder. So far so good. I don't think I'm going to keep it, or I would do another long-lasting test the other day, as I'm not going anywhere, so don't really want to wear a full makeup a whole day. So I'll let you guys know whether this foundation lasts long or not in the description box. Hope you like today's look, especially the eyebrows. Ooh, this look like your own. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on my next one.